Hello guys, Alex here with another reaction. Welcome on this channel as well, Alex and channel Reaction Vault. I'm saying that because I already have a channel on YouTube. You can find the link in the description where you can find a lot of reactions over there to music, documentaries as well, artists, and of course a lot of artists from Philippines. Why do I'm saying Philippines? Because today we're gonna have the second part of the documentary Life in Philippines. You can find the original link down below. Thank you to that channel that provided Life It's Where I'm From, it's called. So go and show some support as well to this channel, where you can find it in the description, and as well in the description you can find my other channels. So I really appreciate if you go and show some support as well over there. So that being said, this is the second part, actually the part that I'm interested in, because it's about family, work, food, and I wanted to know more because a lot of artists from Philippines I have on Alex and channel, the reactions to those guys, Marcelito Pomoy, Jerome, and so on. The show The Clones, there are a lot of things over there, so that's why I'm inviting you to subscribe over there as well. And I want to know more about this country, and this is what I'm going to do on this channel. Find a lot more about the artists, the food, the way they living, and a lot of documentaries, a lot of things. There's going to be a mix over here, so that's why I guess it's going to be interesting to have this journey together. That being said, let's go, because it's going to be like a long one. But let's see second part, Life in Philippines.
Hello world, this is my third video about the Philippines, so if you've missed those two, I've put the links to them in the description. For this video, how about we ease into things by checking out some homes. First off, let's talk with Jordan, who lives with his sister, her husband, and his nephew, who, just so you know, aren't the other people you see in the house footage. Well, how come you don't have lights on right now?
Oh, it's daytime. Yeah, to save energy.
Oh, okay.
To save
We
money.
do that over here as well. I mean,
Is energy expensive?
Yeah, here in Philippines, yeah.
While my camera doesn't show it, it's indeed dark in the house, and Jordan is right. Energy is expensive in the Philippines, especially Manila. Okay, and so this
so
is
Manila, it's more expensive than other parts in Philippines.
You got a nice.
There's a hole in my
a hole.
ceiling. Yeah.
Is that for something? So there's a hole in the ceiling because he's trying to fix a water leak. And this is simply me confirming that those are new shoes on the bed, which they were.
This room is messier because they have a kid here. A lot of things in here because they have a kid in here.
Yeah, and then.
Can you see the toys?
Oh wait, your room's there's no wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's separated.
Just for the ventilation.
Oh.
This is our bathroom. This is where we poo.
That's your toilet bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you
come on,
just
man.
squat over
Everybody,
top of that?
you know, manage the
So
way they
do you
manage.
use that to clean your bum?
It's life, you
One
know.
hand is like holding the tabo, and then one hand is just washing your butt.
Oh, you use your hand to wash.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Let's pause my shaky camera for a sec. So I'm told that a typical middle-class house will use the bucket and towel to wash themselves. There's no shower head, and that you most likely won't have hot water. Everything gets wet, so you'd wear slippers. So this is just
I mean, I guess
right?
depends
Yeah.
So it's not like a
from
dishwasher.
the area, from
What they told me is
the
that dishwashers
economical
in the
power
Philippines
that
are not a
family
popular thing.
has. You know,
If
it's
you're not
difficult.
wealthy,
I mean,
you can't
everywhere
afford
in
one.
Italy,
If you
in
are wealthy,
Spain,
you'd
you
have
can
a
see
maid
this
do
kind
that.
of houses. It's
And
normal.
this is me enjoying some Filipino hospitality. Thanks for the mango, Jordan.
Oh, nice mango, man.
Next, we visit Jessica and her family, who live in a gated community. Unfortunately, for all the house tours, I did a terrible job of talking and filming at the same time. So I'll be
Sorry for interrupting for a second. Gated community, I mean, they are separated in some way. Guys, I'm making a lot of questions, I know, but, you know, for me, not knowing how life it is over there, so that's why you can help me in the comments down below. So this one, I don't know, I saw a security guard over there, and maybe there is a separate community or something.
summarizing conversations a lot. Like this one, this is her father's room, and she said her mom stays at her sister's house, which shares the same backyard as this house. I went on to ask about the CR, the comfort room as it's called in the Philippines, and why not use a curtain to separate the toilet and shower.
They don't want to have curtains, but I want to have curtains. It cuts the bathroom.
Oh, it makes it too
So, yes.
Make a bigger bathroom.
Yeah, that's the thing with Filipinos. They don't prioritize the bathroom. As long as there's a shower and there's a toilet bowl, that's the bathroom already. So this is my cousin's room. he's staying with us like since he was a little boy. He's been with us already. So it's not just the primary family, like father, daughter. We have my cousin here. This is supposed to be my mom's room. We usually prioritize having tambayans.
That's a beautiful
or
house.
places where you can hang out.
Tambayas.
Yeah, tambayan. We call it
Tambayan.
tambayan. Like tambay, standby.
Okay.
So there. So here we have a balcony and then overlooking everything because
So
we want
what are you
to
overlooking?
my dad's garden.
With this footage, I did an even worse job than the house tour.
Hanging out here. Initially our house is just until this wall, and then we had an extension and then another extension. So Filipinos like to have extensions. Like they extend the house as long as they see a space there.
As Jessica was showing me around, her real estate mother joined us. Her and her team actually sold many of the houses in this gated community. Are you the top real estate agent?
Yes, yes.
Sometimes, my 3 kids finish colleges through my commission.
Oh,
And this is our 3rd house.
third house.
Yes, we have in Leyte and we have in San Pedro, Laguna.
So who were those in the other houses?
Our relatives.
Oh, okay.
So
For vacation.
For
in
vacation, we
Leyte.
go there. Normal Filipino houses have their altars.
Altar.
So we have those angels and the Trinity, the Holy Family. Then we normally have 2 dining areas.
I really like
This is
that
for
Wait, wait,
the-
why do you have two dining
Filipino
areas?
people are
That's
really,
the typical Filipino house for the
religious.
visitors, and then that's the
This one is a family.
Yeah, but your visitors always end up there anyway.
Yes.
Now I'm skipping ahead a bit, but here's the
Wow,
fourth house I
beautiful.
visited. You see the formal dining room and then the 2 living rooms on the left and the right? Those weren't used during my visit. Instead, it was this tiny little kitchen counter table that we gathered around. I thought it was pretty funny because it's exactly what happens at my dad's place back in Canada. Anyways. Entertainment room?
Yes.
And in
Big
the
room.
evening is a bedroom.
Yes. And this is my room.
Oh, this is your room.
Yes.
Okay.
So guys, it's basically, we saw the first house over there, which, there were like not that much possibilities, and this other one. So I guess it's like, in every country is like this. That depends what your possibilities are, so.
So it's
Your room's
also-
very dark.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Also, we
Wait,
have
that's-
lots of lightings.
These shelves.
Yes.
I've never seen them like this before.
Like
They're plastic
these are
ones?
plastic.
Okay, is that common? In the
Yes,
Philippines?
here.
Yeah.
Yes, in the Philippines, it's common to have drawers like this
Yeah.
because of termites.
Oh. Okay.
And plus, if you're into like, you want to move from one place to another, it's easier. Like also in Japan, this is very important to us. The rice cooker.
You should.
And the toaster. This is a new kitchen. This is my mom's dream kitchen. She wanted to have a big counter because the typical Filipino counter is just this one, and then this is where you just slice and
You
everything.
wouldn't
But
like my Japanese kitchen then.
this is where we cook our food. But we only cook simple food here. Yeah. So if you want to cook, like for example, bulalo, like the one that the beef, we cook it here. So we use firewood. So
Okay,
there.
outside,
So this
yeah.
is where my
You make a
mom-
barbecue,
Plus,
actually.
If you cook the rice using firewood, it's a different
Flavor, yeah,
taste.
it's much-
So in the province, we
Flavor,
also have
taste.
This one.
Okay.
This is very essential.
I love when they cook
Yes.
food
As
with
was
wood,
the norm,
you
I was treated to some delicious food. So fresh fruits from her dad's garden and home cooking from her mother's kitchen. I even got a takeout container to go. Thank you. Now we're going to visit another gated community. The last one was in the provinces with houses, and now we're in Metro Manila, and this one is full of apartments and has a
Oh,
resort
so Manila.
feel to
You
it.
guys told me a lot about this
So
Manila.
like what kind of people live
I don't know
there?
why.
So you'd think middle class to upper middle class because if you look at the rent, so it's like usually the range is 18 to 25,000 per rent, and if you were someone that works in the office, if you were
Let me get this straight. For 1 month, in this middle class, it's from $350 to $500 a month. And that means roughly like 25,000 pesos if I'm seeing correctly. Wow. Okay, that I don't know what's the salary, the middle class salary over there. To maybe he's gonna tell us in this video, but yeah, well, or maybe because this is the area that you guys told me, Manila, that it's a little bit higher, like more expensive.
Maybe in that office for like 5 years or so, your salary would be around the 30,000 range. So only when you're a manager of a department, you look at a 50,000 peso salary. So it's usually the people that are making at least 50 to 70 can afford a place like this.
So let's take a little
Okay,
tour
I got
of
it.
the facilities
So, yeah.
available. There's a few
$600
pools. This one's
to
for
pay
laughs.
like 400 for
Behind it
rent.
is a covered basketball
You
court.
cannot afford
And
it.
in another building, we find the indoor gym. There were signs for noise and littering, and indeed, the place was quieter and cleaner than other places I visited. They have a little convenience store, and importantly, a place to fill up with clean water. There's even a water reservoir on top just in case. It's also right on the river with some green space to walk your dogs.
Yeah, this is a nice place.
That's the river.
Buddy, hey. So do you go swim in there?
No.
Hell no! So is that unit with the plastic over top, is that just for shade?
Yeah. The one in the back is banana.
Ah, the cat. I love cats.
When I asked to film inside, this is the response I got.
Oh, but it's so messy and ugly and dirty. Now
Over here,
everyone,
just with the plants. Just
now
like
everyone
from
knows.
this direction. From this spot looks pretty good.
Looks pretty good.
He got all of it. He got all of it.
But they did let me film a bit of their workspace, which they use for their online jobs. And in the background, you can see houses that I
Ooh, that
didn't
looked
film
nice.
inside of at all are informal settlements, are ISFs.
People would build their houses to it to a point where it's already cement. It's not like wooden houses anymore. And then, so somebody's like, oh, let's develop this land now. They have to move. But
Right.
like, our house is already made of stone. It's already cemented. It's not like we can pack up and go. Our livelihoods are here. So, and then they would like, well, wherever we're going to go, you have to give us housing. That's been an issue past 3 years. And then they send them to the provinces where there's like actual houses. And then they go back saying, oh, we couldn't find any livelihood there.
It's estimated that 1.3 million people, or 11% of Metro Manila's population, live in informal settlements. I'll quote the World Bank Group report. With in-migration of those aspiring for better lives from rural areas to urban centers came surges in demand for jobs, housing, infrastructure, and basic services in major cities. Yet, the government has been unable to address the increased demand given the accelerated pace. The result has been proliferation of informal settlers in urban areas without adequate access to decent living conditions. If you look at the wires, most ISFs have access to electricity, although it's expensive. In fact, the fifth most expensive in the world. As such, many resort to shared connection or jumping,
fifth more
and a legal
expensive?
connection
Wow.
to neighbors or public electricity. Only 46% of the homes have a proper connection. In my previous video, I already talked about how waste collection was an issue. What I didn't mention was that besides polluting the waterways when trash is dumped in there and polluting the air when burned, solid waste leaches into and contaminates the soil, causing health issues. And in my first video about the Philippines, I covered what the commute is like. Transportation is a huge expense for residents in informal settlements, currently comprising 15% of household expenditure and is only set to go higher as congestion in Metro Manila worsens. There are a variety of transportation methods that a Filipino student can take. For example, there's this school.
I'm gonna stop for 1 second over here because I was thinking about the salary, the rent. So I don't, guys, in a lot of countries there aren't anymore. How should I say, the middle class, unfortunately. So it's the low class or the high class. The middle, it's really they're struggling a lot. So I'm thinking about, the average salary. So if you have like $350 or $400 a month, and you have to pay the rent, and you have to pay the electricity, which I don't know yet how much, and maybe you have one or two kids, you have to provide for food, the clothing, the clothes, the education, the school, which I don't know how much it costs, and it's really really hard, man. But then but still seeing this and watching how Filipino people are, with always smiling and always happy and always, it's something outstanding. I mean, you really have to appreciate these people that they're seeing the positive side of the things. So
service van. You'll also see students being picked up in trikes that are likely picking them up according to a pre-booked schedule. In the case of the family I stayed with, they had a van that came right to their gates for the pickup. It's this extra transportation cost, as well as uniforms, textbooks, school supplies, and lunches that make the free kindergarten to grade 12 public education system not truly free. As a result of those living in informal settlements, 22.4% had up to elementary school education or lower, and 30.6% were high school dropouts. So basically, half the residents don't graduate from high school, and the main reason seems to be financial, both because of the cost of education as well as the opportunity cost of not having young family members contribute at an early age.
life is hard.
On the opposite end of the spectrum, we enter yet another gated community to see how the super wealthy live in Metro Manila. They have security guards that actually do proper security checks,
Oh, super wealthy.
we needed an
Okay.
inside connection to get in. Once inside, the cityscape totally transformed. This could pass for a street in Canada or the United States if you just took a quick glance. The streets weren't busy, it wasn't noisy,
Wow.
there were plenty of trees. There were joggers and dog walkers, and even houses with front yards. However, there were some giveaways that this wasn't a typical, if not wealthier, Canadian neighborhood. First of all, there were the gates restricting access to the area. Then there was the shiny fire truck out on the street. Lastly, there were the hired cleaners ensuring the roads were tidy. And I specifically said Canadian neighborhood because while there are plenty of gated communities in the United States, they are few and far between in Canada. To live here, in this exclusive Makati neighborhood, you need to be a millionaire. This is truly where the elites live, especially seeing as the mean household income in the Philippines is around $5,000 US.
Wow. Like I was saying, guys, I mean, the middle class is not there anymore. I mean, you're, low class, or this guy's over here. I mean, the thing that I don't like is this kind of, how should I say, I mean, gates between neighborhoods. It's like you keep the lower class outside. I don't even know how to put it. I don't really like this because it should be equal, but I know the life sucks in a lot of ways.
Since we're talking about money, let me tell you about these guys that fish for a living. We caught them organizing their hooks under a busy bridge, so the audio was unusable at some points. So they told us they go out on the water every day from 7 p.m. to 4 a.m. fishing using a flashlight. They sell the fish at a local market and then have to
So 7 p.m. to 4. Wow. I mean, the average, like, going to work.
Market and then have to reset the 4,000 fish hooks that they cast. Back over at Jordan's place, we learn about his current employment status.
I am not employed right now,
Okay.
but I'm working on it.
In Japan or Canada, when you're unemployed, the government gives you money. So does the Filipino government give you money?
No. A big no.
Ouch.
Because if
No.
the government gave you money,
Nobody would work.
Okay, so then how do you survive?
Here in the
Yeah,
Philippines,
but they can help you for a
if
period
we
of
don't
time
have
where
a
you can
job,
find the job.
we still look for some racket, some side jobs to survive. Yeah, party organizer. Yeah, like that.
Oh, okay.
We do some pre-birthday shoots, birthday presentations, like that. But with family, we help each other to survive. Yeah.
So he lives with his sister, brother-in-law, and nephew, and
It's my brother. He's the one who only got a job here.
over at Nicole and Norman's, we learn about online work.
So I actually started in corporate, and then I kind of just got tired of corporate, so I decided to look for more freelance work because I had enough experience in my resume to say I can do certain things. It's a lot of project management, so a lot of e-commerce, website creation, Amazon stores, so whatever you can do on the internet, basically I just figured out how to do and I offered as a service. I actually just have one main client now, so that's usually enough to get you by, because when you just compare the cost of living to how much you can earn in dollar, like it's very competitive. It's even much better than I used to make in corporate.
Do you mind me asking how much you make? Or?
I make anywhere between $700 to $1,000 per month, like just depending on if I can get more projects in.
Right now, I'm a web developer for a Canadian company.
Okay, so like kind of like outsourced?
Okay.
Yes. With our qualifications and our educated background, you'd think that we'd be doing more with our potential.
A good example of this is Nicole and Norman, who both went to the third-ranked university in the Philippines, De La Salle. Nicole has a bachelor's degree in creative writing, while Norman has a computer science degree major in software development.
See, education.
Say from the US.
But if you cannot afford it,
from
I mean,
Canada.
how?
They have certain expectations from like someone who was educated in a third world country, right? So it's not they. In other words, they just don't trust us with something a lot bigger, like what do you call it?
Business relies on this person.
Yeah. It's just it's too much of risk. I mean, you've never met the person. They're thousands of miles away.
don't
They're
have any
educated in a third world country. You don't know them that well.
Beyond online work from home, or for a BPO, a business process outsourcing company, there are many Filipinos working overseas. They are called OFWs, or Overseas Filipino Workers, and as of 2018, there were 2.3 million of them.
Wow.
One example of a former OFW was our truck driver. He worked abroad in Saudi Arabia as a driver for about 3 years. Using that money, he was able to get a house. However, he didn't own his own trike, so he went abroad again, this time to Dubai for a year and a half and bought his own.
Bagong labas po to, Motostar. Kilala niyo po ba si Manny Pacquiao? Siya po ang endorser ng Motorstar.
While some people I talked to had ambitions of becoming a citizen of a foreign country, many others did something similar to our trike driver, who used it as a way to get a step up in life. Interestingly, while he owns his own trike, he says he doesn't make more than others in his association. But because he's an owner, he doesn't need to work in the evenings like the other guys. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So Filipinos, from at least from what I've read and from observation, is they're willing to bear that the whole you're going out of the country for several years, you're not going to see your family, just to give them a better life because you're earning more than you ever could here. Because how much does a nurse make here? 15,000 pesos. That's
These numbers are from an online job site for Filipino workers, so I can't vouch for its accuracy, but having talked to several different locals, they don't appear far off. The column in the left is what Filipinos can make working locally, while the column on the right is what they could make working online. My next interviewee has also been working online, but is now in the process of moving to Japan to become an OFW doing factory work.
So I'm Cyprine and I'm from Baguio City. Okay, so I worked for a call center for like almost over 2 years, and that is for inbound account wherein we accept calls. So we take orders and set them for pickup and delivery.
Okay, and for who was it for?
Okay, so it is for Swiss Chalet.
Oh, Swiss Chalet. Not only a Canadian restaurant, it was, no lie, my favorite restaurant when I was young. I asked her what kind of money she made.
I started for 12,000 for my first year.
In comparison, the NCR, the National Capital Region, has the highest minimum wage in the Philippines at 537 pesos, or about $10 US a day. However, where she lives in Baguio, minimum wage was more like 300 pesos a day. So by taking calls for Swiss Chalet, she was able to make nearly double what she could have with local jobs.
For now, I'm working as a home-based online teacher.
Her online work, which is teaching English to Chinese students, has the potential to make nearly double what her starting wage was taking calls for Swiss Chalet. So it's easy to understand why she upgraded to a job that she can do from home and on an hourly basis. However, recently, she's been training to work in Japan.
For me, I will be working as a weaving operator in a company. I think
And you have
that
to invent
most
yourself
of the
over there,
Filipinos would,
honestly, or
take
reinvent
this
yourself.
opportunity to to work overseas because of the salary, of course, and for the experience to go out of the country, and of course to support their family financially.
Supporting the family was a reoccurring theme in all conversations I had with Filipinos.
I'm paying for my brother's tuition fee because my parents can't pay for it. So a lot of people will be in that same situation. They have siblings, they have parents who need their financial support.
That's a very classic story.
Yeah.
If anything, that's an expectation for siblings, right?
With Cyprine, it was her family who helped pay for her 2-year information technology course, and it's also her family, especially her older sisters, who are helping to pay for her training to go to Japan.
My father is an OFW, so that's why he was the one who financially supported us. He's been in Canada for like 6 to 7 years, and before he was able to work in other countries as well. So we grew up
He made
not
sacrifices
being
to
with
help
him
the children,
for
but
a very long time.
Recently,
Man,
her
this is
father got
sad.
permanent residency in Canada, and while her mother and youngest brother, who is 15, were able to join him, Cyprine and her 3 other siblings were too old to be sponsored. While I previously said that there were currently 2.3 million Filipinos working overseas, an even more surprising statistic is that an estimated 10.2 million Filipinos have lived or worked abroad. Given that the country has a population of around 100 million, that's a good 10% who are or have been overseas.
Hi, I have a big eyes.
Okay. And I think every Filipino family has somebody abroad.
My sons, 2 sons, no? They are working in a ship. One of the reason why they are working abroad.
the way she said it, that most of Filipinos have somebody who works abroad, but it's not only in Philippines that happens this. In a lot of other countries, Ukraine, Romania, Spain, you have to do some sacrifices because unfortunately sometimes you're not giving a choice where you are born. And if the family cannot help you when you are young to study and everything, it's going to be even worse. And the system, it's so fucked up in some countries. Let's take Iceland, for example. In Iceland, the education, it's free. I mean, what the hell? So yeah, but some story. I'm sorry because it's not easy for a lot of fathers, mothers, brothers to be away from their family, but they have to do it because they can help for their family to live decently at least.
They like to see other places free. Of course, the salary is
Triple.
When you work abroad, the most minimum, in a cruise ship where I worked, the smallest wage that you could receive is $500 a month, and that you don't pay for rent, you don't pay for food.
Yes.
That's $500 take home.
Jessica's mother has 2 sisters working overseas, one in Japan in a tofu factory, and one in Canada in a senior's home. Please indulge me for a second as I flash back to an earlier scene.
So this is my cousin's room. He's staying with us since he was a little boy.
So he's staying here right now because his sister's working in Canada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will he really go to Canada one day?
Maybe
someday.
someday.
Right now he doesn't want.
3 to 4 years from now.
He doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to
How old
right
is he
now. 14.
14.
Yeah, it's hard age to move to a different country, right?
It's still young.
Halika
Yes,
lang.
that's him.
Especially, Especially Edmonton.
Yeah, because he saw the lifestyle of her mom there. Like they don't have any. This is my cousin. Yeah.
My mom is in Canada working in.
So your mom's in Edmonton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you visited Edmonton?
No.
You
Ask
have
him.
never visited Edmonton?
No.
Do you have any plans of going there?
My sister almost 9 years
She's
in
been
Canada.
9 years.
Yes, 9 years.
So how often does she come back?
Every
2
3 years.
2 years?
Every
3
3
years?
years. Visit.
Every 3 years only.
Visit in Philippines.
Yes, and then
For
she
how
stays here
long?
for a month.
A month.
A month.
Wow.
You always prioritize your family before yourself, so that's why.
No, there was music. I'm doing the takoyaki first. Wow, okay.
Wow, what is this? It's meat?
And in Tagaytay, so we can find out about a popular Filipino export, bananas.
I actually went to a few plantations in Davao. So Davao in Mindanao is the banana capital of the Philippines, basically. It's where we grow all the Cavendish for Dole and Del Monte.
So she's talking about Cavendish bananas like this, which account for nearly half of global banana production.
The thing about regulation there, it's very strict.
Wow.
Like, to be export quality, you have to fulfill certain standards. So if the bunch of bananas don't fulfill that, then they usually get rejected. So they're all put into this pile, either for disposal or it's just going to become animal feed. Because Filipinos don't eat Cavendish.
Instead, they'd prefer something like the latundan, which I'm told are long and sweet and make great milkshakes, or the lakatan, which is smaller, paler, starchier, and more filling. Now for that travel footage. While in the Philippines, I traveled a fair bit, often stuck in places a bit noisier than I like. Instead of only giving you a one...
It's hard, but I know how it is. And you have to do what you have to do. I'm sorry about those kind of things that were like, fences and keep separating the communities. I didn't like that. Like I was saying, in my vision, it should be equal, but I know it's hard. And again, about the education system, which I guess it should be more, they should give more support to a lot of people and children that with the study, they can do something, and being able to support their families and study and yeah. But, like I was saying when I paused a little bit the video, Filipino people are amazing for trying to see the positive in everything, trying to survive with their smile on their faces and sing. So maybe now I understand. I don't know how it's possible that 99% of Philippines have amazing voices, but I understand how singing can make you feel, even if the life is hard, So yeah, beautiful. I'm gonna keep covering some other things from Philippines as well. So if you want to join me in this ride, subscribe to the channel. Again, shout out to Philippines. You're amazing people over there. Keep strong. Go ahead. Life, it's hard, but let's hope it's gonna get better and better. I don't know, another question that I had and I didn't saw over here, how is the health system? I mean, it's covered, you need insurance or not. I'm curious about that as well, but maybe in other documentaries we're gonna check it out. So again, guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget, there is another channel, Alex and channel. You can find the link down below in the description. Go and show some support over there as well. And you can see as well me to have a lot of other reactions to all over the world, and especially music reactions. And yeah, like I always say, till next time, stay safe and be strong, Filipino people.